Today we are going to discuss about Topper IIT-NEET Foundation. In that we are going to discuss about 6th class biology. In that the first second lesson, what is that? Food components. In last class we are already discussed about different components which are present in our food. Means whatever the food we are eating, they are containing different type of components like carbohydrates, food material, like proteinaceous food material, and fat materials are there, and some of the food materials are also containing some other important food materials also. So in last class we are already discussed about carbohydrates, nothing but sugar molecules, how the sugar molecules are extracted by our body, and how the conversion of that digestion of that carbohydrates will be takes place, and proteins are digested by different varieties of the enzymes during the digestion process, and they are forming amino acids, and later fat materials, how they will be formed, and how they will be useful. So they are giving also some amount of energy whenever we are in during the fasting condition. So then coming to the another important food component which is present whenever we are eating the food material, they are called as vitamins. What are they? Vitamins. So vitamins are also some of the important food materials which are very useful for our body. So but these vitamins are not present inside of our body. Our body also not synthesizing these vitamins. They are organic molecules. Vitamins are also called as organic molecules. They are used in our body metabolic activities. They are very important in nature, but they can't synthesize in our body. So must and should the vitamins we can take only through the food materials. Only through the food materials. But in sometimes whenever we are not taking these vitamins containing food material into our body, then also we are not suffering with some vitamin deficiency diseases. Why? Means because of the presence of bacteria which are present inside of our body. Naturally our body is built with some of the internal microorganisms or internal bacteria will be there. That bacteria can synthesize some of the whatever the vitamins which are required for our body. So some of the vitamins, so these are maintaining the metabolic activities which are means the bacteria which are present in our body as a normal flora, they are applicable for maintaining the different metabolic activities which are present in our body. So there are the different varieties of vitamins are there in the nature, and they are they are useful for keeping our eyes, teeth, our bones, or our blood. So all are certain metabolic function. Means good metabolic function will be maintained by presence of these vitamins. Then these vitamins we are divided into so many number of types. Means in the nature there are different types of vitamins are there, like vitamin A is there, vitamin B is there, vitamin C is there, D is there, vitamin E is there, vitamin K is there. So these are the different varieties of the vitamins. So A, B, C, D, E, K. So in this there are two different varieties of vitamins are there. How many types of vitamins are there? Two types of vitamins based on the solubility of these vitamins. So in which solvent they will be soluble, based on that we are divided these vitamins into mainly two types. One is called as fat soluble vitamins. One is called as fat soluble vitamins, and the second one is called as water soluble vitamins. Second one is called as water soluble vitamins. In the nature, we are divided the vitamins into mainly two types. One is called as fat soluble vitamins. Second one is called as water soluble. Means these fat soluble vitamins are only soluble in fat, not soluble in water. These water soluble vitamins are only soluble in water, not soluble in fat. So here the vitamin A, D, E, K are considered as fat soluble vitamins, and B, C vitamins are considered as water soluble vitamins. In this vitamin D is having a particular feature. It is a group of vitamins are combined together and forms this vitamin B. So that's why only we can call it as a B complex vitamin also. So vitamin B complex vitamin also. This is vitamin B. So here A, B, C, D, E, K will be there. So here this vitamin B is a group of vitamins are combined together and forms this vitamin B. This is called as B complex vitamin also. So these vitamins are very helpful for making our eyes, bones, and whatever the body parts which are present in our body, and the regulation of the metabolic activities which are occurs in our body were maintained by using these vitamins. So vitamins are not synthesized in our body, they'll be obtained through the food or through the bacteria. Whenever if any disease will be arising, means we can take some antibiotics. These antibiotics are also kills whatever the normal flora or whatever the microorganisms which are useful to our body, which are present inside of our body, are also killed by that antibiotics. So this give harmfulness to our body. So that's why without microorganisms and without taking these vitamins through the food material, so our body suffering with some vitamin deficiency disorders also. So for example, if you take vitamin A, this is very important for our eyes and skin. So for eyes protection and eyesight, and for the skin good condition, skin good condition, for that purpose this vitamin A is very important. And second one is called as B is having B complex. There are so many number of vitamins are there. These all are very helpful for so many metabolic reactions which are occurs in the body. Means during the digestion and during the synthetic reactions which are present in our body, there are lot of chemical reactions are occurs. During that chemical reactions, some of the enzymes are present. So enzymes are working. So for the functioning of these enzymes, some of these vitamins are acts as some cofactors or coenzymes. Some of these vitamins are acts as some cofactors or coenzymes. These cofactors or coenzymes are help for the reaction, chemical reaction which are occurs in our body. So that's why they are very important. And this vitamin C is very important for our blood coagulation and for disease resistant capability. Means from different varieties of the microorganisms, our body is protected from different varieties of the diseases. It is mainly due to the presence of the vitamin C. And vitamin D, it is obtained from the sun also. Sun is the one of the main important source of the vitamin. So this sun so from the sun also vitamin D is applicable, so that's why vitamin D is also called as sunshine vitamin. Then every morning time, whenever during the sun rising time, you can stand in front of sun, means you can expose to lot of vitamin D. So it is very very important for our skin quality maintenance, and also different metabolic reactions which are occurs inside of our body. And vitamin E, so this vitamin E is also called as sterility vitamin, so it is very very important for fertility, which is present in the males and female organisms, means whatever the hormones which are responsible for fertilization and fertility, this vitamin E is very very helpful. And next vitamin is called as vitamin K. This vitamin K is very very important for blood clotting purposes. Whenever any injury is formed, means continuously the blood is floating towards the outside of environment. To prevent that blood floating process, we can in our body there will be one of the vitamin called as vitamin K is present. So the main ingredient food materials which are required for this vitamins presence are mainly milk and milk products, means milk and milk containing different varieties of the products, and chicken, mutton, so many varieties of fruits and vegetables. These are all are very very pulses. These are all are very very important for different vitamin sources, means vitamins we can supplied by taking these variety of the food materials into our body. So this is about vitamins. Minerals, so these minerals with that of these vitamins in our body from the food material, we can also take some amount of the minerals containing food materials also, because these minerals are also responsible for different chemical reactions. So means the enzymes acting on any substrate molecule to convert them into products, means the enzymes are very functional. So with the presence of these minerals and whatever the vitamins, only the enzymes are active in nature. Without these minerals and enzyme vitamins, the enzymes are inactive in nature. So for this activeness of these enzymes to perform different chemical reactions, the minerals are very very important. So in our body approximately more than 50 varieties of minerals we can found. So how many varieties of minerals we can found in our human body? 50 varieties. So they are in that varieties, in these 50 varieties also, some of the minerals are required to our body in large amount, and some of the minerals which are required to our body in small, very small quantities. So there are two different varieties of minerals are there. Two different types are there. One is which are required for the body in high amounts, means the requirement of the body is in high in nature. But these lower minerals, means lower or trace elements, the body requires only lower amount of the levels. So lower means up to particular reaction or some particular metabolic functions only, these trace elements or low quantity elements will be required. But these major elements are also required for different functions which are occurs in our body. So for example, if you take calcium, so the calcium is very very important for our bones growth and bones functioning also. So and another one, iodine. So iodine is also very very important for our metabolic activities. Like some of the elements are required in higher amounts, and some of the elements are very very lower amounts our body will require. So in that the first one is called as iodine. What is that first one? Iodine. Iodine is required to our body in very somewhat higher in amount, and it is taken through the through the salt also. Means in olden days we are not mixed the salt with iodine, but nowadays due to the some metabolic due to the some deficiency disorders, we can use salt mixing with iodine. Means we are in market also we can hear the term iodized salt. So iodized salt, so this iodized salt is also mixed with that of iodine. So this iodine, without the iodine, we are taking the food material or some of the seafoods. So the main source of iodine which is present in the nature is seafoods. So the seafoods we can take, means sufficient amount of iodine is applicable to our body. Without that, we can obtain by taking this iodized salts whenever we are taking with that of food materials. So this is very very important for the production of thyroid gland hormones. So whatever the thyroxine, T3, T4 hormones are there, these thyroid gland hormones are produced by the presence of this iodine. So without the sufficient amount of iodine, the thyroid gland is not producing the thyroid hormones. This then lead to a problem that is called as enlargement of thyroid gland will be appears. That problem is called as goiter. What is that problem? Goiter. So this goiter means enlargement of the thyroid gland will be occurs. So without iodine, the decrease in means thyroid hormones are not produced inside of our body. Without thyroid hormones, the metabolic rate and whatever the physical growth of our body will not be sufficient in nature. So that's why we can obtain this iodine from some food sources like seafoods or some of the milk, meat and vegetable sources also. We will obtain this iodine as the one of the food material. And another important mineral which is present in our nature is called as calcium. This calcium is also required to our body daily 1.5 to 2%. Means in our body daily 1.5 to 2% of the calcium is very very necessary for our body growth. Means in our body the muscle strength and bones growth will be obtained by presence of this calcium only. Also the calcium is very very important for movement of the different organs which are present inside of our body, and it is also very very important for muscle contraction which is present in during the movement. And this calcium is easily obtained from the milk and milk products, chicken, mutton and some of the vegetable sources also contain this calcium as the one of the important food material. And another important one is called as iron. So this iron is also one of the important mineral which is required for our body. So iron is one of the most important component of hemoglobin which is present in the RBC. So in the blood, means why the blood is in red color? So because of the presence of the pigment called as hemoglobin. This hemoglobin structure contain two parts. One is called as heme part and second one is called as globin part. This heme part is centrally located. Iron is contained. The heme part is contain iron. So means in our body the hemoglobin is mainly responsible for exchanges of gases during the respiratory system. Means this iron is whenever present in the hemoglobin, then only the hemoglobin is binding with oxygen which is taken into our body, and it also releases whatever the carbon dioxide which is obtained from different cells. Means during the respiration, for the oxygenation process also this hemoglobin, and for the transportation of different materials from one part to the different parts, and whatever the different actions which are occurs inside of our body through the bed, all for all that functions we are required mainly the hemoglobin. The heme is formed mainly by the iron part. So this iron is also one of the most important body part which is present inside of our body. So without iron in sufficient amount we are taking with the means this iron is mainly present in some of the green leafy vegetables, milk, and some jaggery, like different nuts. So different varieties of the food materials this iron is applicable. So whenever we are not taking sufficient amount of iron to our body, means then we are suffering from a problem called as anemia. Means lower amount of RBC will be appears inside of our body. So the problem is called as anemia, less amount of RBC. Number of RBC in our body will somewhat less in nature. So that problem is present with the help of this iron. So whenever less amount of calcium will be taken, means bones undergoes weakness, then we are not showing proper locomotion, and bones will somewhat broken, weaker in nature. So wheels, arthritis problem, and osteomalacia, like that problems will be coming during this calcium deficiency. And I already told to you, for in insufficient level of iodine, means there will be a problem called as goiter will be appears. Okay, next class we will discuss about another minerals which are present in our nature. Thank you.